I know most of you guys hate the notch, but it turns out that a moderator over at XDA feels your pain and he has a solution. Okay, it's a little bit better than that. It's an app called Nacho Notch, because the notch is not your friend. That's right, it's called Nacho Notch, or the Notch Hider, created by an XDA moderator, and it takes the top of your phone from this to this. And it does that by, of course, blackening out the very top of your phone. You are giving up some real estate, but for those of you who have an irrational hate for the notch, this is your friend. Now, this might all be moot because there is talk about OEMs providing a notch toggle. That's right. I mean, the notch thing just doesn't leave the news cycle, and it gets worse because the co-founder of OnePlus was talking to The Verge and put his notch into his mouth. Carl Pye's interview with The Verge, where he explains why the company is including the notch display with the OnePlus 6, was well-intentioned, but it became a PR nightmare for OnePlus. On Damage Control, Carl Pye deleted his tweet promoting the interview, and now OnePlus CEO Pete Lau has posted a message to OnePlus fans on the company's official forum. He also explains that the users made it clear that they don't want OnePlus phones to get bigger, but they do want more screen space. He says the notch display, as of now, is the only way to appease users. He went preemptively dismissing progressive designs like the Vivo Apex with its pop-up selfie camera as being too new to include on a phone like the OnePlus 6. Now, to be fair, that is a valid point. If you remember the Oppo phone from a few years ago, Josh reviewed it, and it had that flipping lens camera feature where it could flip back and forth. And he pointed out at the time that there is a lot of moving parts in a hardware feature like that. Too many opportunities for that to break down over time. I think the notch is here to stay. My question is, why do so many people have so much venom for the notch? Is it just because Apple did it first? Because come on, they were trying to find a way to increase screen real estate and not have to move the camera. Yeah, I don't really care. Why do you guys care so much? Let me know in the comments below. Now let's talk about what was once the king of mid-range devices, and I'm talking about the Moto G, specifically the Moto G6. A Hungarian retail site just posted listings of the Motorola Moto G6, the Moto G6 Plus, and the Moto G6 Play. With the information provided in the listings, we have confirmation of all the specs of the upcoming mid-range Motorola phones. As expected, the Motorola G6 line features a bunch of spec upgrades from the Moto G5 line released last year. Most notably, a move to 18:9 display ratios. The Moto G6 and G6 Plus feature dual cameras and fingerprint sensors on the front, while the Moto G6 Play features a single camera and a rear fingerprint sensor. And as expected, none of the phones have a notch. Now let's talk a leak surrounding the Honor 7A, which not only shows a tall display, but the return of a micro USB port. Huawei's sub-brand Honor might have another affordable smartphone on the way, as a new leak appears to have outed the design and specs of the Honor 7A. According to SlashLeaks, the Honor 7A will sport a 5.7-inch display with 1440 by 720 resolution and an 18:9 aspect ratio. Also, around the front is reportedly an 8-megapixel camera with LED flash, while dual 13 megapixels and 2 megapixel camera sits around the back. Under the hood, the Honor 7A will reportedly feature a Snapdragon 430 chipset, 3 GB of RAM, 32 GB of onboard storage, and a 3000 mAh battery. We don't know yet if the phone will support micro SD cards, though it seems to feature a micro USB port for charging and syncing. Based on the leaked image, the Honor 7A will not have a fingerprint sensor. Supposedly in its place is facial recognition for authentication, along with the usual array of pattern, pin, and swipe methods. Now, if these leaks are correct, Honor will announce this on April 2nd, just a few days away, so we will keep you up to date. Now, if you want to get serious about branding yourself online, our sponsor Domain.com has over 300 domain name extensions to fit your needs, from .com to .club to .space. And the guys at Domain.com love the Android Authority audience so much, they're showing their love by giving you 15% off an already really good price. For domain names, web hosting, or email, use our coupon code ANDROID at Domain.com checkout. When you think domain names, think Domain.com.